So, good morning and welcome to Tuesday morning yoga, chair yoga. Making sure that when you're sitting on your chair, that your back is all the way back. So if you've got your tailbone can sort of sit off the back of the chair, if you've got an open back chair. Shoulders back and down, turn the palms over, let the shoulders relax. We're going to pull in our pelvic floor and we're going to bring our fingers into Ajna Mudra. So you're bringing your fingers in and then closing the thumb on the inside of the fist and letting them come down. You're going to breathe just into the upper part of the lungs and we're just going to move our head forwards and backwards. So we're taking it forwards as we breathe out. We're breathing in as we move back. But it's just a small breath using the top of the lungs. And we're going to do 4 forward and 4 back. And then we're bringing it back to centre. So we're going to turn and look over the shoulder and turn and look over the other side. So again, just using that upper breath. And again, we're doing 4 left and 4 right. And then bringing them back to centre. So we're going to tick-tock the head and we're going to bring the ear towards the shoulder and then towards the other shoulder. Keep pushing the elbows towards the floor so that we're not squidging the shoulder up towards the ear. And 2 more on each side. And bringing it back to centre. So let's do our breathing, which I completely forgot. So stretching the arms up, breathe in. And as you breathe out, pull the arms down, pull the belly in. Breathing in, stretching the arms. Think about stretching the ribs towards the ceiling, opening the areas between the rib cage. Stretching them muscles. If you want, reach one side then the other so that you feel the side muscles opening. I'm going to do it from the side. Then either leaning backwards or leaning forward to try and open the rib cage at the front and the back. Let's do one more. And bringing it down. Lovely. So, from here, we're just going to open the shoulders. So keeping our hands down, we're just going to bring our shoulders round in a circle. Lifting them up and taking them down. And then we're taking them in the opposite direction. and give them a little shake up and down. And let's bring it into our chest. So we're breathing out, we're tucking the stomach in, we're bringing the elbows in, tucking the chin in. And then breathing in, pulling the shoulders back, pushing the chest forward, looking up. And I'm going to do it from the side, working with our breath. So breathing out, the hips pull under, everything pulls in. We breathe in, we're shifting the hips back, we're pulling the chest back. We can take it a bit more by bringing our hands together and pushing out. Then breathing in, bringing the fingers together, turning them backwards and pushing out. So let's do 2 more. Breathing out, pushing forward. Breathing in, reaching back. Last ones. And then bring it back to centre. So we're going to cross our right leg over our left leg. We're going to grab hold of our right leg with our left hand and bring our right hand round to the chair, so it can be anywhere on the chair. Then we're going to stretch up, breathe in, and as we breathe out, we're pulling the leg and we're looking over the shoulder. So we're going into a torso twist. Hold it for about 3 breaths. And then bring it back to centre. Let's change sides. So crossing the left leg over, grab hold with the right leg, bring the hand to anywhere on the chair, stretch up, breathe out, pull the leg, look over the back, hold it for 3 breaths. Breathe in, imagine being pulled up in the air, and breathe out, we're twisting round the back. And we're bringing it back round. So let's try 1 more on each side. So crossing the leg, bringing the hand around, stretch up, look behind. And bring it back, and let's do the last one. So foot over, hand over, stretch up, reach back, lovely. And bring it back to centre. So from here we're going to do the arms. We're taking the palms so the palms are facing out. We're going to bring the right elbow over the left elbow, lift it up. We can keep the hands here, we don't have to. If you can go fully into eagle, then you can, but you don't have to. You're going to lift the arms up in the air. And you're going to breathe into the shoulder at the back. That's it. So the elbows are on top of the elbows. And we're breathing into that shoulder. We'll feel it opening and pulling. And then we're going to bring it back down. We're undoing the arms. And we're going to swap them over. So the left goes over the right. We lift up. If you can grab them, then they grab, but it doesn't matter. You're just going to lift up, making sure that the elbows are on top of the elbow. And then breathing into the shoulders. nicely. And taking it down. Let's do one more, bringing them across. Now, if you wanted to, you could try to get them to touch, but it doesn't matter. That's it. And then just lifting them up. Oh, lovely. Lift them up. That's it. Everybody's got it? Perfect. And bringing it down. Undo. And let's change sides. Last one. Now with this, we're starting to work them shoulders, and what it does is it lifts the shoulder blade off the rib cage. If we're constantly rolling our shoulders forward, then the shoulder blade sits on the rib cage and it can cause a lot of problems, a lot of pain in that upper back. This helps to release that. And then we're bringing it down. And we're undoing. So we're bringing it down into our wrists. We're bringing our thumb on the inside. And then having our hands touching, our fingers touching. You can drop them down. You don't have to hold them up here if you don't want to. And you're just rolling them in one direction. Keeping the wrists touching. Keeping the knuckles touching as they're going round. And as well as working in the elbows, the wrists and the fingers, you'll also feel it in your elbows and your shoulders. And then we're going in the opposite direction. So you're trying to get them to roll in a circle. So you'll feel the elbows move up and down. Should kind of remind you of knitting. And then bring them down. So open the palms out, make a fist, and you're just moving the fist side to side. So the elbows are nice and tucked in, it's just the fists moving in and out. And then we're going to bring it to centre and we're just going up and down. Lovely. So it's just the fist moving. So we're not going up and down with the elbows, it's just here. Good. And again, give the fingers a little shake. And bring it down. So from here, we're going to go into our forward bend. We're going to, from there, if you need to, so if you want to get your boobs and your belly through, you can open the legs. It's up to you. And if you've got blood pressure problems, you're keeping your hands here, you're keeping your back nice and straight, your chin tucked in. If you haven't got blood pressure problems, you can go all the way down. So we're going to breathe out, pull our belly in and move forward. Tuck our chin in. Like I said, if you've got blood pressure problems, you may want to stay just here. You'll still feel that stretch from that lower back. And then we're going to breathe in to lift it back up. I'm going to take it a bit further down. So again, we're going to pull the belly in, breathe out. Now if you want to, you can let the hands and the head drop. And you'll feel that stretch a little bit more in that lower back. But again, if you've got back problems or you've got blood pressure problems, you may not want to let the head and the arms drop down. So we're going to bring our hands back to our knees. We're going to lift our head and look forward, and then we're going to bring ourselves up nice and slowly. So again, we're not using that back, we're using our hands. And then we're going to go into our side bend. So we're holding onto the chair, turning the thumb back, breathe in, lift up, breathe out, reach over. Keep your bum on the chair, keep your back against the chair. You don't want to roll forward, you want to keep back. You can have your hand anywhere you feel comfortable. It can be across the chair if you find that that's easier or nicer for you. And then we're breathing in, lifting that arm, and breathing out to bring it down. Let's try the other side. Turn the thumb backwards so that we're rolling that shoulder back. Breathing in. We're stretching up as if we're being pulled, and then we're breathing out, reaching over. We want to feel everything move from this area. So again, we're holding the chair. We're keeping the body reaching back. We want look up to the ceiling. But if that's too much for the neck, then just look forward. And again, we're going to breathe in to lift. And breathe out to bring it down. Let's do one more on each side. Breathing in. Reaching up. Breathe out, reach over. Feel the breath come from the base of the hips, right at the bottom. You're breathing in, it feels that it's opening and pushing. And then the breath out comes from that's the other side. And again, breathing in to lift. Breathe out to bring it down. Last one. Breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. So let's bring it down into our pelvic floor. So we're moving ourselves down. So 5 times. We're starting at the back and the front. And again, we were doing, last Friday, we were doing about the pelvic floor. So trying to really focus your mind down here. Don't worry about anything else. Just focusing your mind in this area. So we're going to start at the back, at the front. We're going to pull in, and then the bottom, so there's a little area just here that moves before this area moves. And then we pull in the abdominals. Now we're going to hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. So here we go again. At the back, at the front, at the belly, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. So this time we're going to see if we can pull in all the legs. So we're going to tighten up, pull up the toes, tighten up the thighs, everything we want to pull in and nice and tight. So shoulders back, keep breathing, tighten up the whole body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. and relax. 2 more. Here we go. At the back, at the front, at the belly. Pull it in. Tighten up the muscles through the legs, through the shoulders. Tense everything as much as you can. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. And our last one. Squeeze in at the back, at the front, at the belly. Tighten all them muscles. Make sure you're breathing. That's the most important thing. Bringing the thoughts right down here. Tighten all that area up. Don't worry if everything else doesn't go. We just want that area nice and tight. And relax. Good. So we're going to again pull it back in, but we're going to try and move our legs. So we're tightening that area, putting everything in, and we're just lifting our legs up as if we're walking. We're trying to squeeze that pelvic floor in. And this is starting to work our hips. And then we're going to take it a little bit higher by bringing it up. If you need to grab that leg, you can grab it and point it and flex it and bring it back. So lift it, point and flex and bring it back. But you want to make sure that it's leaving the chair. What you don't want is as you pick it up to go down. So you want to keep yourself nice and straight. If you can do it without, just placing your hands on there and bringing down. But again, focus on that pelvic floor, on pulling in that abdominals. That'll keep you upright. It stops you dropping down. And now we're bringing in them knees, bringing in them thighs. I think I'm on 7, I've lost my count. 8, 9, and one more. 10. Bringing it back down. Lovely. So if we cross our legs over, we're going to squeeze our ankles together. So really squeezing them as hard as you can so that you'll feel the outside edge of the legs. And again, you'll feel the knees and the ankles at the back of the front starting to do their work. And we're going to swap. And again, squeeze the ankles together. And we're changing one more time on each side. And last time, let's change. And then relax. So we're moving ourselves to the slightly further, so we're not right at the back anymore. I'm going to get you to move right to the edge of your chair. You're going to start with your foot. Now if you can, you're trying to bring it up on top. You're trying to flex it and place it up on your knee. You may need to stretch out the leg a little bit to get it up if you want to get it up that it won't go all the way. And then you can always lift it up a bit higher. Or you can always keep it on the floor. So from here, all you're doing is you're bouncing that knee. And we're starting to work the inside outside of the knee and also working that thigh. And then we're going to take it off and we're going to try the other side. So again, bringing it up any way that you can get it up. Like I said, you can always slide the leg out and then slide it up to make it a bit harder. Just letting the knee drop. So we're not pushing on it, we're just letting our foot relax down. And then we're going to bring it back down and we're going to do the other side. So flexing, lift it up, bring your hands together in prayer. Now from here, you're going to breathe out and lean forward. Now you might not be able to get very far, don't worry. All I want you to do is to get to your toes. And then you're going to give your toe, your big toe, a pinch and a pull. And a little rock. So at the same time you're kind of leaning your elbow on your knee if you can. You can always rest your head if you want. And then you're moving to the other foot toe and you're moving down. So you're pinching and you're pulling and you're giving it a little twist. Just to work out that toe. And then we're moving to the middle toe. We're giving it a pinch and a pull. And a little twist. We're bringing it down to our fourth toe, pinch, pull, and a little twist. And then down to our little toe, pinch, pull and twist. So now we're going to use both hands and we're going to grab the toe, the big toe and all the other toes, and we're pulling the big toe away from the little toe, from the other toes. Then we're going to pull the second toe away from the other three toes. Then we're going to pull the middle toe away from the bottom two toes. Then we're going to pull all the toes away from the little toe. And then we're going to give our toes a little wiggle and put them back on the floor. Let's try the other side. So flexing the foot, bring it up, bring your hands to prayer. Breathe out, lean forward. See if you can lean the elbow on your knee and then rest your head on your hand. Start with your big toe. Give it a pinch, give it a pull, give it a little twist. All this is encouraging blood to come down to your toes. So your toes on the other side should feel quite warm after you've done this. And then we'll move into the second toe, give it a pinch, give it a pull. Encourage nice new blood, white blood plates, red blood. So moving down to the middle toe, give it a pinch, give it a pull. Move to the fourth toe, pinch and pull. Now, especially in this weather, we tend to wear flip-flops. And when we wear flip-flops, we grip like dear life with our toes. And so our toes, instead of being straight, end up kind of bent. And that's what happens with this. And then to our little toe, pull it, give it a little pull. That felt lovely then. One went kunk. So we're again bringing it down. We're grabbing hold of the big toe and all the other toes, and we're pulling the big toe apart. Then we're moving to the next toe and again pulling them apart. And this stops you, helps with straightening the toes out and also for corns. And again bringing them together, taking it down to the next toe, pulling them apart. And then down and moving everything away from the little toe. And then give the toes a little wiggle and bring them down onto the floor. I'm going to turn sideways for this. So keeping ourselves on the edge, we're just bringing our toes under and we're just pushing our heel forward. Now you may find that it just goes to your fourth toes. You miss out this little toe. If that's the case, move it over to the side and push so that you're getting that little toe as well and giving it a twist. So we're just pushing it. But if we find we're not getting that little toe, we move it so that we feel the stretch coming all the way through the bottom of the foot. And for some of us who don't do tiptoes an awful lot, this is a nice variation on tiptoes. It's still doing tiptoes, but we've taken away the strain. So let's do the other side. So again, we're just pushing the foot forward, stretching that underneath that foot. And again, if we need to, if we're not getting to that little toe, we're moving over towards the little toe. And then we're bringing ourselves back down. So before we stand up, we'll do a bit of an arm exercise to work out the back of our arms. We're bringing our hands onto the edge of our chair. We're moving our bum to the edge of our chair. From here, shoulders back, push the chest forward. You're just going to let your bum come off the chair, and then you're going to bring it back onto the chair. So you're taking it off. It doesn't have to be very far. It can just be off and then back on. But you're trying to bend the elbows, pulling them back. Don't wait for me. Sometimes I will explain things, so I'll stop. So I'm going to turn this way. Hopefully you can see my arms. So when you're going down, don't let the elbows go out. Try and keep them pulling backwards. You're trying to get them to come in towards each other. And you'll feel this stretching at the same time as working the back of them arms. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more. 10. And bring it back on. Give your arms a little shake. Lovely. So let's do our standing up. So again, from the edge of the chair, feet in line so that the heels and the ankles are in line. We're taking the arms out. We're going to do 5 of these. So we're going to lean forward and breathe in, standing up. Then as we breathe out, we're bending and sitting back down. So we're going into chair position. Breathe in. Breathe out. And in. And out. 2 more. Breathe in. So working with your breath. Good. Lovely. So we're going to bring ourselves up to standing. Perfect. And let's go to the back of our chair. We're going to start with our chair aerobics. So standing at the back of the chair, we're taking the foot out to the side, keeping the toes facing forward, bringing it back, taking it backwards so that we feel it here. We'll feel a little stretch there. Bringing it down, pushing the hips forward, pulling the shoulders back, leaning back, but keep the chin tucked in. Breathe out, bring it back to centre. So breathe in. As you breathe out, take the foot away. Breathe in, take the foot back. Breathe out, bring it down. Breathe in, push back. And breathe out, back up. Here we go again. And we're going to do 2 more on each side. As you see, that foot's not going down until we're coming to that push back. 1 more. And bring it back up. Lovely. So from here, if you can, you're stepping your foot back, placing it flat on the floor. Toes pointing forward. Try not to make sure that they're not pointing out to the side, that they're pointing forward. From there, keeping your back nice and straight, push that front knee in, keep that heel at the back down. Pull the shoulders back, so you don't want to lean forward, you want to keep the shoulders up, but you're pushing that heel right down at the back. And then we're going to step it back in. Yeah, I'm going to lift the arms now. So stepping it back, make sure it's nice and straight. Tilt the pelvis under, push the hips forward, shoulders back. Now if you wanted, you could take the hands off and reach them backwards. If you wanted, you could reach them up as well. It's up to you. I'm going to reach them up on the second one. But you don't have to. Just pulling that shoulders, that chest back. Keep pushing into that front leg, pushing into that back foot. And then bring the hands in. Bring the foot in. So let's try one more time, but we're going to see if we can lift them arms up. So stepping back as far as you can go, foot facing forward, push into the front knee. Make sure the bum's not sticking down, that it's tilted under. Pull the shoulders back. You can stay here, you can keep the hand down. If you want, you can lift the arms up above the head. Turn the palms to face each other and reach back. And again, we're going to drop them arms. Bring them back to the chair. step ourselves back in. Let's try the other side. Stepping it out, keeping the pelvis tucked underneath, push into the front knee, shoulders down and back, turn the palms so that they're facing out, roll the shoulders together. See if you can lift them arms up so the palms are facing one another. Keep pushing into that front leg, but pushing also back into that front foot. That back foot, sorry. And bringing it back down. Step the foot in. Let's take it back into the Achilles stretch. So you're taking your foot back. You're keeping the heel flat down. You're bending that front knee. You can lean forward. But now you're going to try and bend that back knee and roll the foot side to side. This is our walking outside on uneven ground. So you're just moving the foot gently side to side onto the big toe, onto the little toe. If there's an area where you think, oh, that feels really nice, leave it there. You don't have to move it. You can hold it in one position. But it's just so that you can feel the difference. And then we're going to step that foot back in. And we're going to take the other foot out. So again, we're pushing forward with the front knee, but now we're going to bend that back leg, but still keeping that heel flat down, and see if we can just move it gently side to side, or even hold it in one position. But keep pushing that knee down. Good. Lovely. And then bring it back to centre. Step it back in. Give your feet and your knees a little shake and just move them ankles up and down. So we're going to turn our chair round, and we're going to see if we can bring our hands, bending our knees, flat down onto the top of our chair. We're going to step one foot back onto our tiptoes. Now we're going to do a sort of a press up from here. So the elbows should be facing forward. Now, sometimes they face outwards like that, so that when you bend, the elbows will go out. But if you work from the shoulders and try and pull your shoulders back, you'll find that the elbows come round the front and then the elbows bend backwards. So we're taking one foot out onto our tiptoe, turning the elbows out, then we're bending the elbows down and pushing back up. Bending down and pushing up. So this is a modified press up. We're still working them arms. And then we're going to bring our hands back to straight. Step that other foot in. We've got our knees bent, our back nice and straight. We're stepping the other foot out. We're onto our tiptoes, pulling them stomach muscles. Make sure them elbows are facing forward. Tuck the chin in. Breathe out, bend the elbows. Breathe in, bring it up. And then step the foot back in. Lovely. Let's try one more. Stepping the foot out. Now if you wanted, you could take that foot back a little bit further. So there is nice and easy, here is a little harder onto the tiptoe. Shoulders back, hands forward. Breathe out, breathe in. And then bring the foot in. Let's take the other one out. So again onto the tiptoe, move that other foot if you want to, if you don't want to, it doesn't have to move. Shoulders back, arms forward. Breathe out, breathe in. And then bring the foot in. Let the arms drop down so the elbows are down, the palms are facing up. Let your head drop down. And then we're bringing our hands back down onto the chair. And we're stepping both feet back. And we're taking into a slightly lower down dog. So now remember, if this is too much, you can always go back to the top of the chair. But we're pushing our chest down to the floor. Tucking the chin in. Feel the stretch through the shoulder blades, through the arms. And then we're coming forward. You can set them feet in. And again, bend the knees, turn the elbows down, turn the palms up. Let the body just relax here. We're going to do that one more time. We're keeping the knees nice and bent so that we're keeping that back nice and straight. There should be no arching in the back. Let's try one more. Place the hands flat down. Step the feet back. Push the head between. If you need to, again, you can bend them knees if you find that the back is arching. It's too much on the back. You can always bend them knees. Lovely. And then bring it up. Bring yourself in. Let's rest them arms one last time. Bend the knees, make sure that back's nice and straight. Let you feel okay where you are. And then we're going to bring ourselves, bending the knees, shoulders back. Lift ourselves back up to straight. Turn your palms out. Give your hips a little push forward. Pull the shoulder blades back. And then if you can, I'm going to get you to sit this way on your chair and then get your band. If you can't sit that way, then you can just sit straight or just sit backwards. So if you've got your band, you're going to keep it in your one hand and your thumb's going up. As it goes up, it comes over your back and it hangs down. The other one goes thumbs down. It comes in and it grabs hold of the band. So I'll do it this way. So the thumbs down, it comes in. We're grabbing hold, we're pulling the elbows back, we're looking up, trying to pull the hands away from the back. We're going to release the hands and bring them down. Swap over with our bands. So we're going thumbs up, goes up, thumbs down, goes down. We're walking them in if they can. We're pulling the elbows back. We're lifting the arms off the back. Look up. Don't worry if you can't get the arms off the back. If they stay there, as soon as your elbows move, it pushes it back in. Don't worry about that. Just think about trying to get it off the back. And then we're releasing, bringing it down. Change sides if you want, so change arms. So up, thumbs up goes up, thumbs down goes down. If they can come together, they come together. We lift the elbows, we try to lift the arms off the back. It's a lot harder when your hands are touching. But you're still trying to think about doing that, lifting the arms up and away. And let's bring it down. I'm going to turn around for our last one so I can watch us. Can't see us that way. So, changing sides, thumb up goes up, thumb down goes down. Pull the elbows backwards, lift the chin up. Lovely. Ooh, no bands. And then release. Give your arms and your hands a little shake. So we're going to come up and we're going to turn our chairs round, but we're still staying with our legs apart. So the legs are in the same position they just were. We're going to take the right one foot out and turn the toes up. Have the other one with the toe flat down. We're turning round towards our toes up and we're breathing out and we're reaching down towards our foot. So we're pulling them toes backwards. You can catch the toe, you can catch the toe. You can try and bring your chin past your knee. And then we're walking our hands back up. We're dropping that foot. We're turning the toes on the other side up. And we're moving ourselves round. We're walking our hands down our leg. If we can get our chin to our knee, lovely. If not, don't worry. It's a lovely stretch for that lower back and also the inner thighs. And let's walk ourselves back up. Drop the foot. Let's do one more. So turning that toes up, move the body round, use your hands to try and get the belly button over, breathe out, pull the belly in, slide down, see if you can grab hold of that foot. And let's moving it up one more. Bring the foot down. Other foot out. Move yourself round. reach down. And let's come back up. Bring both them feet flat. Reach the hands out. We're going to come to the front. So we're bringing our hands and seeing if we can get down to the floor. If you can't get down to the floor, just reach forward, holding it there. If you can get all the way to the floor, bring it to the floor. Let the body fold forward. Remember, if it's blood pressure, keep the head in line. Don't let the head drop down too far. But if you haven't got blood pressure problems, you can let the body relax. Before we come out, we always lift the head. We bring the head in line with the heart. We make sure we feel okay. We can bring the arms up onto the knees. And we can use the hands on the knees to push us back up. Let's try one more. Reach the hands out. I'll go sideways. Reaching the hands out, keeping the back nice and straight. So you can stay here. Or you can let the body fold down, depending on how your blood pressure's feeling. For this, you'll feel the inside of the thighs. You'll feel the stretch through the back, through the bottom. And again, you can use the hands to pull you up or lift the arms out, tuck the chin in, use the back to lift you back up. And then bring the arms down. Bring the legs in. Come to the edge of your seat. Grab hold of the legs. Give yourself a little cuddle. Should be nice on the inside of your thighs, this. Having them open so long and stretching the inside. So we're keeping the chin tucked in and we're just rolling up. Good. And bringing ourselves into our chair, making ourselves nice and comfortable before I end up losing people. So on Friday we did, I can't remember what I did on Friday. Did I? Hold on. What did I do on Friday? Terrible. Oh, mess. What did I do Friday? Oh, Brahma. I did Brahma. So, you're bringing your fingers together. And then you're bringing into Adi Mudra, but now you're bringing your fists to touch. You're breathing out, and they're coming right underneath the solar plex. Now this is for full breathing. So you're going to breathe in from the bottom, breathe out, and then pull these right in, and then you're going to breathe in fully. From the bottom of the lungs to the middle of the lungs,